Hi, my name is Sade Champagne, and this is my first ever reaction slash review of a TV show, movie, of anything. But I was so inspired by American Song Contest that I wanted to review the show and give my reaction to each episode. We are now on the semifinals, but I was like, you know what? I want to go back and watch the show again, and I want to review each episode and share about my favorite artists. So first off, the American Song Contest, this is the first ever season. It's hosted by Kelly Clarkson and also Snoop Dogg, perfect host for the show. And there are 56 songs, all original songs, which is brand new. There has never been a musical contest or competition show or reality TV show that I've ever known like this here in America. And so there are 56 songs that are competing in the show, all original, one representing each state and territory in the United States, including Washington, D.C. So honestly, I feel like I have gotten a geography lesson with every episode and a history lesson while watching this show. There's a jury representing each state and territory who are full of professionals in the entertainment and music industry. As they vote, on each episode, they cannot vote for someone that's in their territory or state. And so one person from each episode wins the jury selection, and then they go straight to the semifinals. And then the audience and America gets to choose who continues after that. All right, so I'm starting with episode 1. I'm going to do my best to keep this video short. A little bit about me for those who don't know already. My name is Sade Champagne. Yes, that's my real name. I was named after Sade the singer and Evelyn Champagne King the singer. I am a professional singer, songwriter, dancer, musical artist, performer, speaker. I love using my gifts and talents to not only express myself, but to also be an encouragement to others and to be able to continue my charity work and things I love to do in the community and support other artists. So that's another big reason I am reviewing this show. All right, so let's just get into it. I don't want to keep you waiting any longer. So starting with episode 1, I'm only going to be highlighting my favorite artists and performers from each episode. So episode 1, this is the premiere episode. The first group, and they're actually one of my favorites, they are representing Minnesota. Their names are Yamhaus. I hope I could pronounce it correctly, Yamhaus. And they're like this pop alternative group, a little bit of rock in there. Their song is called Ready to Go. They're representing Minnesota, and I love it, like how catchy the song is. They had a lot of energy. I just love how free-flowing they were on stage. They reminded me of a lot of the artists I used to listen to growing up, and I just love to see people having a good time and having fun on stage. And their song was super catchy. Like even Kelly and Snoop were singing it afterwards, and the audience was just like jamming to it. And they make you feel like you're right there in the show with them, like you're on stage with them having a great time. And just seeing like the charisma that the lead singer had and the rest of the band had too was super cool. All right, next was one of my other favorites was AleXa. She's a K-pop artist from Oklahoma, which people do not expect that. She's super successful and famous, and I see why. And the name of her original song was called Wonderland. And man, first off, AleXa, just looking at her, she's very beautiful. She has just amazing style between her hair, her makeup, her costume. You know, she had so many cool visuals on the stage, and like I said, great costumes, not only just hers, but also with her dancers and everyone that was on stage with her as well. And even the shots that they panned in on her, even when she got to the bridge of the song, was super cool. And I can see why she's a star. Like, she has a really good voice. She has a lot of stamina. She's a great performer and dancer, and so she was a highlight for me. All right, next was Christian Pagan, and he was representing Puerto Rico, and his song was called Loco. Now, Christian, he also reminds me of like when I grew up listening to like Ricky Martin and Enrique Iglesias and all these amazing like pop Latin artists. And he just, man, his song was so catchy. Like, even, I'm not gonna sing them on here because obviously on social media, they can flag your videos if you're singing other people's songs. All right, so his song was super catchy, and I just love it. Like the hook of it, it just draws you in. And he had a great performance. Like he also had lots of charisma, and I like how the song was in Spanglish, so you could hear English parts of the song and Spanish parts. You could feel his whole culture, like Puerto Rico, with him. And then of course, him being American as well, you could feel that through his song. And it was just such a vibe, and it makes you feel good. And he's definitely magnetic. He also has the it factor, same as AleXa. Those artists have the it factor. All right, next, Michael Bolton. Oh my goodness. I know some people think that we shouldn't have super famous legendary artists like Michael Bolton competing in the show, but for me, I feel like you should. It should be any artist from anywhere, because the way this industry works is, and just life in general, is it's like, what have you done for me lately? And not only that, even though there's tons of people who know who Michael Bolton is, there's a lot of people who don't. And I feel like through this show, he was introduced to even newer audiences who may have never heard of him before. And so his song was called Beautiful World. And if you know anything about Michael Bolton, he was representing Connecticut, and his song was so gorgeous and stunning. And his voice, for him to be not only just his age, but an artist period, like his voice is so rich and so strong. You can see that he still takes great care of himself. That's what I dream of as a performer and as a singer and artist, is I want to be able to have a strong voice like that forever, for all of my days. And so his voice is just, man, it really draws you in. He has his own unique style. Like, you know Michael Bolton when you hear him. The lyrics of the song were so uplifting. It's exactly what we need to hear right now in this world. And just like him with the spotlight and just all of his essence of who he is, and then boom, brings the choir in, of course, and loved it. So good. I have no doubt that he's gonna go to the finals or the semifinals. And so next is Alisabeth Von Presley. She was representing Iowa, and her song was called Wonder. This girl right here, like watching her was reminding me when I watched like Pink, and even when you watch Kelly Clarkson and you watch like just these female powerhouses growing up, watching even like Sarah McLachlan, even though the style is different, but I mean just like these Alanis Morissette, like just these amazing female powerhouse, like awesome performers. Like her vocals, yes. Her lyrics, super inspirational, just like from when she started the song to when she ended it. Her costume, that pink, the sparkles, her hair, her makeup, she looks absolutely phenomenal. And just her look, it was incredible. Her performance, and she is a stellar performer. Like her energy, she kept it high the whole time. You just can tell that obviously these are professional artists, but you can see she like is in such great shape, and the way she had stamina, endurance through the whole show or through her whole performance. Wow. It was very empowering and just vibrant. I love this song, and her tone is so good, and I love her energy. All right, next up was Jake O. He was representing Wisconsin. His song was called Feel Your Love. Yes, I felt it. Jake O, like his style, he's so charming, and like you just seeing him come up there, like he reminds me even of the artists that you would see before. I want to say like Prince, and just even artists from the 80s, but even now, like he also is still current. Just as much as he's retro, he's also still a current artist, and I feel like futuristic vibes coming from him. But yeah, his performance was so warm. It was charming. I love his tone and his vocals. It was a beautiful, beautiful performance. And his song too, I loved it. Feel Your Love. All right, next we had Keon Starr. She was representing Mississippi, and her song was called Fire. Yes, that girl was on fire. I love her vocal style, and of course I love her costume, like the red and what she was wearing, the way she worked the stage. Like, man, she just was going from each side of the stage. All of the audience could feel that. And her lyrics too were super encouraging and just like drawing you in. And the buildup of the song, you could even see like Snoop and Kelly on the side just like jamming with her. The hook too, and just her performance was like an award show performance. And I love that she blended like rock and soul and gospel together. Loved it. Even like her dancers were like playing the tambourine as they were dancing. Super creative and unique. All right, and then lastly, and it was the last performance of the night, and I'm giving him a special mention, Hueston. He was representing Rhode Island. His song was called Held On Too Long. And man, his voice, so beautiful, so stunning, so stellar. And it was heartfelt, like you could literally feel the lyrics coming from him. Just a very heartfelt performance. The lyrics were solid, the melody was solid, and of course, this is a spoiler, so if you don't want to hear this part, although we're on the semifinals now as I'm filming this, they're already on the semifinals. The jury chose him to move on to the semifinals, and I understand why. I get it. You know, it was such a great performance to end the night. And so that is my review of episode 1 of American Song Contest. This is season 1. Man, like I said, I love this show so much that I went back and I'm watching the episodes from the beginning, even though they're in the semifinals now, and I wanted to review every episode. I love supporting other artists and performers. Make sure you go and check out their songs, download them. Oh, and they let people know that you can vote on the show via TikTok or the NBC app or the NBC website. And so I'm having a good time, and I hope y'all enjoyed this review and reaction. Go and support the artists, and thank you to everyone who supports me and who supports other artists and performers and creatives. We are thankful unto you, and we are so blessed for your support. All right, I'll see y'all very soon. I'll be doing episode 2 next. I'm trying to get these videos up so I can already be ready, you know, to start being on schedule when they're releasing the newest episodes. All right, bye.